It certainly took a while for the mainstream media to catch up to what the rest of us knew years ago, but it's obvious to nearly everyone at this point that there's a problem at Disney. That after years of prioritizing a woke agenda, pushing identity politics and social justice instead of focusing on entertainment, their fan base has walked away. And right now, it doesn't really matter what you're talking about, whether you're talking about the box office or streaming or even the theme parks. There seems to be problems everywhere when it comes to Disney, and as a result, they have been scrambling lately to announce what they're going to do to try to fix or save or change this company. And apparently, they're all out of ideas. In case you didn't know that anyway, Disney has been creatively bankrupt for years. One of the ways they've proved that is this endless cycle of live-action remakes of some of their animated classics. And even though a couple of those went off with a bang, you're talking $1 billion at the box office for The Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin. People thought, oh, they're just going to be able to print money off this forever. Well, those things have quickly changed. We've seen just with the last 4 live-action adaptations they've done, hasn't really gone over so well, has it? We know The Little Mermaid was a disaster for them, a flop at the box office, despite the media running cover for them. Race-swapped, identity politics-laden Little Mermaid remake. We know about the one that's upcoming, the Snow White disaster, where even the director's son of the animated movie came out and said Walt would be rolling over in his grave with this bastardization. Then, of course, you have the things that have just come out on their streaming service. Things like Peter Pan and Wendy. Audiences hated it. Pinocchio. Audiences hated it. Well, guess what, guys? Disney has a big announcement. They're going to double, triple, and quadruple down on live-action remakes. Disney ignores Snow White backlash, pushes ahead with 2 more controversial remakes, and we actually hear that there's a lot of them in development for Disney right now. Things like a Frozen live-action adaptation, things like Princess and the Frog, and even something like Tarzan. Now, a few of those I do think could be very good targets for a race swap. However, when it comes to Tarzan, I think everybody's feelings are, we fucking dare you to do that, Disney. Somehow I don't think we're going to see Tarzan race swapped, just a guess. But this is what it looks like when a company's fucking desperate, right? When you've stifled all actual creativity and instead are just looking at these projects. Hey, what do we have? Do we have a name? Do we have a franchise we could do something with? All right, let's do that. Let's throw a couple $100 million on it. We'll do a live action adaptation of Frozen. Those movies have done well for us because they can't actually create anything anymore. That's one of the complaints that people have had with the last several live-action remakes. It just seems like Disney's pushing them out because they can't think of anything to do anymore, other than take a name you care about, and at this point in time, an injection of identity politics, smash it all together, and try to give that to their fan base. Well, increasingly, fans have been upset with what they've been doing, and they've been rejecting it. Here are the ones we got, the news that we got yesterday, coming from a couple different places. A live-action remake of Princess and the Frog is in the works, according to the Diz Insider. Well, I don't think they're going to race swap anything for this one. Something tells me that you're not going to see any race swap main characters for this one somehow, even though there's probably a bunch of little white girls out there that want to see themselves in Tiona. I don't think they're going to do that. Something just tells me they won't. And when it comes to Tarzan, I think it's pretty obvious. Jane, maybe they'll do a race swap for Jane. I don't think you're going to see one for Tarzan, just a guess. I don't even think Disney's that fucking stupid. But when it comes to Frozen, we'll see what happens. Maybe they've learned their lesson race swapping iconic characters, or at least characters with a big fan base. But it looks like Disney, for right now, their big solution to all the problems they're facing and the failures of all these woke race swapped in some cases, basically just hollow shells of what made something truly special with their animated movies, these live action adaptations. They're just going to double down and do more of the same. Great job, Bob Iger. Great job, Disney. I'm sure that'll work out great. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comment section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.